Well, hello, this is Old Man Tony here again. You've just caught me going out to do a bit of shopping. Well, shopping. I'm going to pick up a new pump for the shower. Been one of those weeks this week where everything keeps going wrong. So they say trouble comes in threes. Well, I've had three. So first of all, the toilet stopped, well, one of the toilets stopped flushing, and as is usual with things these days, you could get the spare parts. So for the sake of a little bit of rubber, had to buy a whole new flush system, not the push button, just the flush bit that sits inside the cistern, and replace that. Then the wife got up for work on the Tuesday, went for a shower, and the water just came trickling out. No shower pump at all. So that's why I'm going to get the shower pump today, ready for her early morning work starts over the weekend. And then the third thing that went wrong was a blooming boiler. So my heating and hot water boiler. I just was trying to do some washing up the other evening. I thought the water's cold. I thought I'll just run it a bit longer, and it didn't come through. It just come through colder. Went and had a look at the boiler. The lights were all on. Then I felt the radiators, because I think the heating was on, because it's been a bit colder around here lately, and they were all cold. Wife had been complaining that it was cold. I thought it was okay, but she was right, as usual. So I ended up not being able to diagnose the problem. None of the lockout reset lights had come on. Everything looked normal. But anyway, I called the boiler guy out, and the control box on the burner had burnt out, strangely enough. So I had to replace that, plus pay for the boiler man's call out, which wasn't too ridiculous. It's not too bad, this boiler man. He doesn't charge the earth. But it took all of 5 minutes to fix. It took all of 5 minutes to fix the boiler. But he'd had his time trying to get out to me, as well as his time spent there and then travelling on to the next job. So I didn't feel aggrieved, just a bit annoyed. But it looked like one of the coils on one of the relays in the control unit had got overheated and started to melt the insulation. But it's probably nearly 20 years old, the boiler, so I don't suppose that's too bad. Today I'm heading into Norwich to pick up a new shower pump, which I'll have to fit when I get home, but they're not too much of a job these days. But I thought I'd come the longer route round to find interesting roads rather than the fast dual carriageway road. this week I've also been having a rant about the sponging gamblers that work in the city. And for those who are not in the UK, the city is equivalent to all the stock exchanges, money exchanges and so on around the world. The so-called financial guys with their speculators and bulls and bears and all that. But it's all bullshit. They don't do anything. They just gamble. They call it investing, but it's gambling. And they don't like long odds either. You've probably seen in the news this week and for the last 2 or 3 weeks that the value of the pound has been dropping against other currencies. And this is all about these parasites that work in these exchanges, trying to take the risk out of their transactions. Nobody knows what's going to happen to the UK economy after we've exited from the European Union. It might be good, it might be bad, it might be no change at all. But whatever, there's going to be some kind of change or nothing. But nobody knows what it is. But because there's uncertainty, these blooming parasites that work in these stock exchanges are making sure that they don't lose money, and that's why the value of the pound has been going down. Whatever happens, whether it's good or bad, they'll make money out of it, and who'll pay for it? We will. I don't know whether the Bank of England have started to prop up the pound yet, but they will sooner or later. And whose money is that? It's our money. It comes out of the taxpayer's pocket. And where does that money go? It goes into the pockets of these blooming speculators. These money men from around the world who are full of their own self-importance. But they don't do anything. They just gamble and take our money. And that's how it's always been. Have we people forgotten the recent crash? Well, everybody's taxpayer money from around the world went into propping up the banks. Well, that means it's all these speculators who suddenly things went wrong for them and they started losing money. Well, our money went to support them, to make up for their losses. And anyway, if there's losers, there's winners, and our money goes up and makes the difference. So all these people stay rich and winners, and we're always the losers. Most of us go out to work and add value to something. We make things. Even if we don't make things physically, we produce things that add value to something that we've already got, that somebody else wants to buy. These people, they just gamble with our money, and I don't like it. There's people blaming the government and blaming everybody else and the uncertainty and the people who voted to come out of Europe. Well, it's not them, it's these speculators. They just want to make money out of it. And that's why the value of the pound is dropping, just so they can make money. And I'm not happy about it. Why don't these people get proper jobs? If there comes the revolution, these are the people that want to get strung up. The people that don't actually do anything productive. So that's enough of my rant about these awful people and things so far. I've finished, and I'll try and be a bit happier now. I'm going to go into the city of Norwich. Well, not into the city, just on the outskirts, to go and pick up my new shower pump now. Then I'll pop home and fit it. And hopefully the wife will now be able to have a nice shower first thing in the morning without having to rush around trying to run a bath, which takes some time, which means she has to get up a bit earlier to get to work for, well, she usually leaves at 7:10 in the morning. Well, that's all for now. Thank you very much for watching if you've made it this far. Please leave a comment below on what you think about these financial speculators, and if you've had any issues with lots of things going wrong in a row. Always they say problems come in threes, so is this a thing? And anyway, this has been Old Man Tony. Goodbye.